Back with another gameplay review. This time we're going to go over Bo Jackson Baseball and Bonk's Adventure and Boulderdash and Bram Stoker's Dracula. There's some other ones in there, but some of them are hacks. I tried them out and didn't really care for them. If there's like a hack or a game that's not real for me or didn't make it to our shores, but I think is good, I'll go ahead and I'll do them on gameplay as well. Now, Bo Jackson Baseball, you have player versus NES, player versus player, NES versus NES, playoffs or game setting. If you have NES versus NES, it's basically the computer against the computer. You can have player versus player or player versus NES. Okay, the game acted like it was going to take off without me. I'm not going to play a full game. I'm just going to put it just on a little bit of stuff here, so that you guys can kind of see what's going on. I was wondering if each of the teams had their own, had their actual rosters. They have players from the actual roster, but it's not necessarily, it's not really the players. It has their stats, but it's not them. So, I'm a Braves fan, so I'm going to pick Atlanta. I know there's at least one person probably going to be watching this. I know he's a Baltimore fan, so I'll pick Baltimore. If you pick the team with Bo Jackson on it, he'll be on there. And then they do an 8-bit rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, which the girls' lips do not match how it would go. So we're going to go through. It goes through the whole thing if you want it to. Now, this is kind of what you'll be looking at the whole time, this first screen. And as you see, you got to remember if you're pitching or if you're hitting. If you're pitching, you can go between a changeup, a knuckleball, curveball, slider, and a fastball. Found out the slider kind of works better. You have to hit whichever direction you want and the A button. And then you'll have a little cursor that you just drive wherever you want it to go, and then you throw the ball. If they get a hold of it, you don't have to manually field. The game will field for you, but you do, like if you need to throw the ball to first or second or something, you do have to do it that way yourself. Kind of like RBI baseball controls where you press B in whichever direction to run or A in whichever direction to throw, whichever. Baseball games, even now and even back then, were not really hard to understand, going up through there. Now, when you're batting, you have power, normal, contact, bunt to third, bunt to first. Found it best to either hit the ball with the contact one or the power or like the normal one. You got to remember if you swing with A. It's a little disorienting trying to hit the ball sometimes, but then you run like you do in the other games, up in whatever direction or like up in B to go to second or whatever like that. There's not much to say about the game. It's not horrible. It's comparable to baseball games at the time. It's a little bit difficult to look at times and maybe even to hit the ball. But I would say after you would get used to it, you'd probably be okay. And sometimes if the throw is really close, they have a little funny sequence. I probably won't be able to pull it up, but they usually have a funny little sequence where the manager's out there arguing with the umpire and they're face to face and they'll be going, "He's safe. I say he's out." That's pretty funny to look at. Which that's pretty enjoyable about the game. But it's basically a baseball game. It's not bad. Not bad. Like I said, I like RBI baseball a little bit better. But it's still good for the baseball game it is. And we're gonna do Bonk's Adventure. Anybody that's played any like maybe TurboGrafx or maybe even just in passing may have heard of Bonk. He's a a caveman with an exceptionally big head. I guess he's like a child of some sort. But you go around and you hit enemies with your noggin, with your big noggin, and you can do different attacks based upon stuff. But you grab stuff and you try to get from point A to point B with whatever it is. For some reason, when he grabs me, he turns into this hulking like brute one. I guess it's almost like the star from Mario Brothers. So he'll do that, and you have to hold down the A button on this one. Crap. You want to hit some of those ones that are on the ground. And I think there's a boss. There might be a boss in each area. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're going to get hit or if you're taking a hit. Sometimes the enemies do different stuff. See, now that time I ate a small piece of meat and he got mad, but he's not. Ow, got hit by that. Oh, that's not good either. And your hearts are in the upper left-hand corner, so you kind of know. You can also spike off of enemies with your head, like when you jump. I keep falling in the thing. The control's a little bit touchy. But it's a pretty good platformer, especially if you would figure out more than just a few things like I have on here and just kind of figure out. Oh yeah, you can grab onto stuff with your teeth too. He'll automatically grab onto things with his teeth. See, then you get through the stage and you're good to go. You can go 1, 2. You can't kill these. You got to jump. Well, I was supposed to jump over him, but you see how well that worked out for me. And then, you know, if you die, you can hit the button and you'll come back. But you can only do it like 3 times, and then you know. I don't think there's any continues. So it's kind of one of those ones that you have to kind of go through. And I'm not really sure how many stages there are, because I got to like the 8th stage or so. Those right there, you got to be careful trying to hit. But we're going to go off of that and go to the next game. It's a good game. You just have to try to... It's kind of like most of the other platformers. You'd have to kind of figure out what you're doing and where you're going and stuff. And, you know, like I said, we may do a playthrough of it at some point. I'm not real sure. If I can get familiar enough with the game, we'll do that. This game is called Boulderdash. This is an interesting game, actually. It says color select. You can select out of quite a few different colors. And it doesn't really matter which color you pick. It's just for looking at your character, I guess. You can enter a password, start a little further up in the game. I don't have one. Try the next stage, Boulder World, and see how it's got different stages on your world map. You complete the stages. So, we're going to do a couple of stages here. You see gems and rocks in these in this stage here. You want to get so many gems. So many gems will unlock the they'll unlock the exit to the area. So what you want to do is you want to collect gems, and you want to get out. And you do have a timer, so you need to get out pretty fast, but you still have to collect enough gems. And if you want points, you have to do it that way too. And sometimes the blocks fall the right way, and sometimes like that, they didn't fall the right way. So you've got to be a little bit careful with how you do stuff sometimes. See, that one fell a little bit different now. See, now they told me I can go to the exit. So I'm going to try to go to the exit. See right there. Like I said, that block, that rock, I didn't know it was going to fall that way. So let me show you what a better run would look like. Some of them you have to kind of figure out what you're going to do so that the rock falls the correct way. If you think a rock's going to fall, or if you think it's going to go a different way, best thing I can tell you is move as fast as you can. Ooh, I want to do that. boy, that was luck. Okay. Now I gotta find the exit within time limit. I think it has in the upper right hand corner of the screen how many you actually need to get. Oh gosh. You can get the others for extra points, but you have to get to the exit of the level after you get however many you're getting. And then you'll be able to go to stage 2. Had to wait for those to fall. So it is a puzzle game. Whoa. Normally I don't do very good at puzzle games. I like the game. Do I think I can beat the game? No, probably not. Yeah, they tell you how many you have to get up there. You can also move some of the boulders, but you can't move them into a spot where the gym's at, which is kind of weird, considering. See, I had to make myself a little area there. I have to make another one. I want that gym. Now, I don't know where the exit is, so I'll have to find it. Sometimes they won't fall directly on your head. I'm not sure where the exit's at. I gotta find it. They give you adequate time to find what you need to find, though, what you need to do. There it is. Gosh, it's right back where the start was. There we go. Maybe one more. I don't know. We'll probably do one more stage. Might do 2 more. Oh man, that one's boy, that's a brute of a stage there. Crap. I didn't mean to press up. It kind of went up. Hello, Oscar. Oscar has joined me while I'm playing Boulderdash. Boy, what are you doing? Hey, watch out there now. Don't fall. You're going to get hurt. I guess he wanted to see if we were doing Castlevania. Seems to be his favorite game. Fortunately, I think the only Castlevanias I got left are like Symphony of the Night and stuff. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and try to get through that third world. That third one, it would take me a little bit of time to figure it out. Now, the last game I'm going to go over here is... I'm going to go to Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is based off of the movie. And they didn't really make the game... The game is not really good on any system they put it on, because I think they tried to make a Nintendo one, a Super Nintendo one, and some other ones. And this game is just really... I don't know if I still understand parts of it. I can't go through it, that's for sure. Vampire with a Y instead of an I. I'm gonna try to put it on medium or easy if I can. I was going to say, is it one of those games? Jump is A, attack is B. So you're only going to be using 2 buttons. It'll make it easier. A journey through Transylvania. Scene 1, daytime. So you can swing. I guess you're playing as Keanu Reeves' character is all I can figure. The controls a little odd for this type of game. The music's okay. It took me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do right there early whenever I was trying to play the game to begin with. And I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing. But you have to jump up and then hit down as you're coming down. Now I've got an axe. I have no idea what that does. I know you can't jump in the water. I hit the jump button and he didn't go. I don't think you can climb. No, you can't climb. Oh, more. Can't kill those. Okay. Well, that's alright, I guess. Crap. Control is a little slippery. Note to self. Oh, I gotta go that way. I don't have an option, I don't think. The stages are not laid out in a linear fashion. So that's one problem already. I was wondering if I could trigger him and then throw an axe. Completed scene 1, daytime. I think there's a daytime and a nighttime to each one. Scene 1, a journey through Transylvania. Nighttime. And nighttime, I assume, is a lot more difficult. Remember when I said it had good music? Yeah, that went out the window a second ago. The nighttime stuff is irritating. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't die there. Like a platform jumps on a game where they really shouldn't be necessary. Oh, crud. I don't know what these orbs are I'm collecting. I assume they're things to use. Oh, I have a torch now. Somebody down there running. Okay. I assume these are supposed to be things from the movie, but I don't remember the movie that well, so it's really hard to tell. His arms flail when he's jumping. Oh, I forgot this thing. What is that? Oh, it's a rock. I got a rock. At least they give you a weapon to fight with. Completed scene 1, nighttime. I thought there was a way you could jump down from those and not get hit by that dude. But maybe not. Scene 2, daytime. Trapped in Castle Dracula. Dracula! I'll have you, I will admit, I have not gotten this far. Yeah, I've never actually played it long enough to get through the first stage, even after I knew what I was supposed to be doing. Pretty good for me, huh? Yeah. Well, that's a death trap there, y'all. Oh, I can look up and... Well, I can look up. I can't look down. If I can look up, I guess it's better than nothing, right? Those don't come back. Okay. Well, now how am I supposed to get up here to this platform? gosh, there's a ghost. Whoa! You back up off me. I'll hit you with a rock. Oh gosh. Ah, switch. It doesn't even look like a switch. Well, I'm dead now. And then you get your death scene thing. Game over. And I assume you have to start from the very beginning. Well, they're going to show you the people that made the game. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how much is actually based on the actual movie. I'm not real sure how much is. I don't think I'll play through the game. I don't know how many stages it is, but it's kind of rough. I mean, it says that you can get like axes, daggers, and a shotgun, and things like that. The game though is, like I said, on any system they have it on, it's pretty rough. I think it's on the Super Nintendo as well. I think it's on maybe some of the other systems, and it's better on some of them, but it's still not good. It's on the Super Nintendo. It's a hack and slash one. It's not much better. And then it might have been on the Sega CD. I'm not real sure. Let me see if it's on any other systems that I have. I don't think it was on any of the other ones. I think it was on. I think they made a CD version of the game, as well, and the CD version is probably the best one that you're gonna get, and it's still not that good. I mean, it's got cutscenes and stuff from the movie, but it's still a pretty garbagey game. I mean, it's still, even with the cutscenes from the movie, it's still kind of, I don't know, still kind of bad. I'm looking at one that might have been for the Sega Genesis, but it looks like the same as, looks maybe the same as the Super Nintendo one or the Nintendo one. Okay, it's the same thing as the Super Nintendo. It's just, yeah, it's the same thing as the Super Nintendo one. It's done. Okay. So, well, whenever we go over that, we'll go over that at some point. But yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, even though the movie was decent, they just did not. It's on the Sega Master System, but I think the Sega Master System one is the same as the Nintendo one. No, and they both came out around probably about the same time. It was one of those, they thought that it was a movie and they capitalized on it by making a video game of it. I'm surprised LJN didn't try to grab up on it. I guess because somebody else had the rights to it. Yeah, it looks like the Nintendo one. So it's probably the same thing as the Nintendo. Forget the buttons for the Sega Drum. Yeah, it's a little bit more better looking than the Nintendo version. It actually controls a little bit better than the Nintendo version. So basically, if you're going to play a version of this game, you might want to grab the Mega Drive, or I'm sorry, not the Mega Drive, the Master System of the Sega, and play that version of it, because this version looks a lot better than the Nintendo version looks. It controls a lot better too. I mean, it's still no masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot better than what we were looking at a couple minutes ago. Works a little better. Anyway. Again, that just a basic 2-button control as standard for a platformer. The music is the same. The music is the same, and it's still irritating. You come in here to watch when I play like horror-themed games, don't you, child? You like horror stuff? Looks like somebody with crazy hair running around with a machete. Needs some life. Yeah, this one's definitely a lot better than the Nintendo version. You can actually see stuff. It's quite a bit better than the Nintendo version. Yeah, thought I'd be smart. Yeah, right. Didn't happen. You can jump down from that one platform on that one area. Of course, if you're good and you can get to you can use the torches to get there, you can kill the boss with the torches. And that's a little bit different. I'm not streaming this one. Boy, the castle looks a lot better on the Mega Drive than it did on the other game. Now, do I put that switch down to get up on top of that? You can actually tell it's a switch in the background. Yeah, it lowers the platform. Well, if I do a playthrough of this game, I'm going to do it off the Mega Drive. Or, not the Mega Drive. I keep calling it the Mega Drive. I'm going to do it off the Sega Master System if I do a playthrough of it, because this is it's a lot easier to deal with, and it looks a lot better than its Nintendo counterpart. I'm going to see what the game over screen looks like. It's a lot better. Just the sprites and everything else on it's a lot more colorful. Controls a lot more fluid instead of trying to hit a button and hoping for the best, you know. The death scene, he actually has his black hair and it actually looks like the character from the movie. So, yeah, it's a little bit better. So if you play one or the other, you may want to play the Mega Drive system over the Nintendo system. It seems to be a lot better. So that would be my thought on that. To give you an idea maybe of what we're going to do next. When you may do Break Time, which is a pool game. Breakthrough, which is a game from Data East. It's a 2D side-scrolling vehicle shooter that I'm not 100% familiar with. Nope. We've got Bubble Bobble 1 and 2 on there, but I'm not sure, but I think we went over Bubble Bobble already. Yes, we did. So next time we'll do Break Time, Breakthrough. Looks like Bucky O'Hare and Bump and Jump. Those are some pretty good ones. I've played Breakthrough and I've played Bucky O'Hare, and I used to play Bump and Jump a long time ago, and I used to be really good at it. I'm not so good at it now, but I used to be pretty good at it then. And the other games, the other 4 are pretty good. Well, at least 2 of the other 3 are pretty good. So until next time, we will see you later.